Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight to tonight's showcase. I have the luxury to kick us all off. As Trish mentioned, my name is Dr. David Cho. I'm a cardiologist at UCLA Health. I'm also co-founder and chief medical officer of Kocoro Health, a digital health platform increasing women's access to cardiac rehabilitation. Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women in the United States and has been for quite some time. It's responsible for over 2.5 million hospitalizations for each year for heart attacks, nearly half of which are women. It's incredibly expensive as well, costing the healthcare system over $240 billion, $15 billion of which are tied up in potentially avoidable readmissions. Despite the stunning success we've had in the treatment of cardiovascular disease, we have forgotten about the recovery process. Cardiac rehabilitation is a 12-week in-person program meant to help patients live fuller and healthier lives. It combines supervised exercise with mental health support and diet and lifestyle optimization to improve health outcomes. It's incredibly effective, decreasing the risk of death by 10% and the risk of readmissions by 40% within the first year. Despite its stunning effectiveness, it's critically underutilized, especially in women. Only about 18% of eligible women ever participate in just a single session. Compared to men, they are 60% less likely to participate in just one session, despite facing a 20% higher risk of death after their event. We sought to find out why and conducted numerous patient interviews with heart attack survivors who were women. What we found was that in addition to systemic barriers, feelings of intense isolation and fear for their cardiac safety were large concerns that were being not addressed by the current market. And it's no surprise why. This is the current state of the industry. It's incredibly outdated, impersonal, and inconvenient. We believe that, especially with all that has transpired in the last several years, that this market is ripe for digital transformation. And that's where we believe that we come in. What we offer is a fully remote program specifically designed to optimize the cardiac rehab experience for women survivors of heart attacks. This includes customized exercise plans that are paired with our personalized safety monitoring algorithm. What this does is effectively serves as a digital nurse during live exercise, keeping them within their safe prescribed zones, telling them to speed up a little bit if they're below the target, or to slow down if they're entering an unsafe range. We also lean heavily into social connection as medicine, grouping women into small cohorts to provide a sense of community, camaraderie, and perhaps most importantly, accountability. What happens is that patients are referred to our platform either at discharge or soon after. Our company will dropship all the equipment that they need to perform their cardiac rehab at home, and our staff will walk hand in hand with each patient along their 12-week journey. Cardiac rehab is a large market, $10 billion and growing annually. Our initial beachhead market is targeting women that are working and eligible for cardiac rehab in California, which alone is a $200 million market. Compared to our competitors, which offer a one-size-fits-all approach with little product differentiation, we believe that we are onto something to personalize that recovery experience for women heart survivors. We believe that we are also well-positioned to succeed with our close affiliation with UCLA Health, access to key opinion leaders in the cardiology network across the country with a rapidly scalable tech platform. Essentially, we are combining the worlds of connected fitness and mental health support to an underserved and equally important clinical need. Born out of the UCLA Biodesign program and over 300 hours of clinical immersion, our team has a diverse skill set, we believe, to successfully execute on our vision. Our advisory panel runs the gamut of leaders across the UCLA ecosystem, and our patient advisor, Elisa Beckett, ensures that we never lose sight of putting the patient front and center in everything that we do. We will market our product as a clinically equivalent alternative to in-person cardiac rehabilitation through a value-based payment model, targeting commercial payers, risk-bearing physician groups, risk-bearing employer groups, and integrated healthcare systems. We plan to charge a fixed rate of $1,500 per patient, collecting in $500 installments as months 1, 2, and 3 as the program progresses. This business model has demonstrated traction in a parallel space, the virtual musculoskeletal world, where these companies have raised multiple rounds of funding through demonstrated clinical traction, revenue generation, and most importantly, clinical effectiveness. We anticipate that we can save payers $3,400 per member enrolled compared to the traditional $600 that in-person cardiac rehabilitation provides. We estimate that by 2031, we can generate over $100 million of revenue per year with over 60,000 unique users on our platform. We have had tremendous success to date. Earlier this year, we placed first in the UCLA Anderson Healthcare Easton Innovation Challenge and third place in the NAP Venture competition. We also participated in the UCLA Summer Activate program and are looking to build upon our early momentum. We have the green light from UCLA Health to enroll eligible patients on the cardiac rehab waiting list to further refine our MVP. We hope to scale this to our formal pilot study to demonstrate clinical effectiveness at a larger scale before expanding regionally and nationally by 2024. But what we're seeking right now in the short term is $500,000 in a pre-seed round. This will allow us to properly build the platform that is more comprehensive and includes the full suite of package features. In addition, it will allow us to hire the necessary staff to support our service lines, as well as the clinical study costs for what we believe will be our critical pilot study with UCLA Health. We hope that by the third quarter of 2023, we can achieve three main goals: that women love our product, that they will use our product and complete the program, and they can do so safely and effectively. To that end, with that demonstrated traction, we believe that we will be able to acquire a partnership with UCLA Health and potentially other payers to raise a seed round of $3 million. We have the unique opportunity to redefine what is the standard of care for cardiac rehab for millions of women in the United States each year. I want to thank everyone for their time, and I'm happy to chat more in our booth in the back. Thank you.